Lisa, who has renter's insurance in San Diego, California, writes us to ask a common question. What is renter's insurance? She says she sort of understands it, but doesn't really know what renter's insurance does for her, and now she's being told to get it by her landlord. Let's take a trip down Renter's Insurance Road and find some answers for Lisa. First things first, renter's insurance is a type of homeowner's insurance policy. It's basically a standard homeowner's policy with the dwelling or structure coverage removed. If you lay the two policies side by side, that's the primary difference you notice. But what does that mean exactly? That doesn't really answer the question of what is renter's insurance. There are several different types of protection available from renter's insurance, and they all work together to create a complete package of protection in the event of a loss. Let's take a look at an example. Let's use the example of a fire which was negligently caused by the policyholder. As is unfortunately all too common, the policyholder left something on the stove when they went out. That, of course, led to a fire. The policyholder had left, but their neighbor was still there and able to get out safely. In the process of escaping through a window, they received a few minor lacerations from the broken window and glass. Who pays for that care? Since it's minor, it would likely fall under medical payments to others coverage. That's a no-fault coverage for when someone is injured in your home. Unlike liability, you don't have to determine fault to use it. Speaking of liability, where does that come into play? The policyholder that had a standard $100,000 of liability to coverage bodily injury or property damage to others would have used that coverage to pay for the damage to the apartment complex, and in addition to the neighbors who may have suffered bodily injury. While the fire was put out quickly, the new stove, paint, and cabinets will all be required to be replaced. Liability will cover the expenses of that incident. You've also got personal property coverage, which protects your stuff from that fire and even things like theft, vandalism, and common perils listed in the policy. That means that the dishes in the cabinet above the sink and the pan that caught fire and even the clothes that were damaged from the smoke are all covered by your policy. Renter's insurance isn't just one coverage. It's a collection of coverages that helps to provide for your safety and security when the worst happens. Want to find out more about how a renter's insurance policy works? Stay tuned for more in our series of Insurance Answers for Renters, and feel free to submit your insurance question to Effective Coverage. Don't forget that you can get renter's insurance at effectivecoverage.com or by giving us a call and speaking with one of our insurance experts. Thank you for watching Effective Coverage for Renters.